gone into this by your groups and your communities has been quite extensive. Just what sort of effect do you think, if this road is approved, what sort of effect will it have in future participation from the community and from the business owners?
It's already started. People don't want to get involved anymore. Would you? We've spent 3 years, not much time, and then all of a sudden there's an LRT going down in your plan. Who's listening to you?
And you just mentioned that you were notified or told by planning of this particular route in March of this year.
The consultation started, but at the time there were 3 routes being considered, and because we thought that we'd already come forward with our choice being 100th Avenue, we really weren't quite as prepared that it was going to be Stony Plain Road. We thought, how could this be? You know, like, is nobody paying attention to what everybody's been doing? I guess our mouth is open. Does that make sense? Just kind of.
And given what the city has gone through with a number of other revitalization areas in that, I think we're all quite pleased in the progress that Stony Plain Road had made, and in particular the participation and the time that was devoted by residents, communities, businesses, that sort of thing. And certainly I guess administration will have their version of who was consulted and what criteria was used on this. A little disappointing that I was hoping that you guys could follow in the same footsteps as Alberta Avenue in their revitalization and how well things have gone. And Councillor Gibbons and I will be fortunate enough to be celebrating an award that Alberta Avenue was a recipient of this past couple of weeks. It was a Canadian award for revitalization throughout the entire country. So I was hoping that you could follow suit. So we'll have some questions of administration. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Ludovici.
Thank you. How long have we been looking for a route from the West End to downtown? Since 2004?
At least, because I know that I was on a committee for 3 years.
Right. Yeah. I was on that same committee.
Yeah, I know.
A little frustrating time. So it's no surprise in terms of us still looking for a route from the West End now.
No.
Well, okay.
Sorry, excuse me, but what is a surprise is, as you said, that consultation took 3 years, and finally a decision came forward when this one only took 6 months, in fact.
But just the consultation that occurred, a lot of the information that was part of that consultation is part of this.
But at the same time, the revitalization has been going on, so I think that's the missing link is, you know, some of that.
If there was another 3 years of consultation, would Stony Plain Road be the preferred route for the BOZ?
Probably not. It'd still be 100th Avenue.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's changed.
That hasn't changed.
No, and I don't think that will change, and I can understand why not. So we could talk about this for another 3 years, or we could try and find some kind of a solution to this now, and then work on the specifics. I'm a little surprised when you say that 153rd Avenue hasn't been talked about at all. I was at the annual general meeting. I know the department there talked about 153rd Avenue as a potential stop between 156th and 149th. So, Street. Sorry, did I say Avenue? Yeah. Sorry, Street. So that's not, you know, that is on the table. So when, you know, really response to Councillor Sloan that there's no stop on 153rd, in fact, that may well occur.
I guess there's a bit of resistance. When we first came out with our questions, there wasn't a lot of answers for anything. And you know,
there's still not a lot of answers.
Still not a lot of answers, so anything can be said.
Yeah, that's fair. But part of that is to look at how do we work with the communities, how do we work with the businesses, how do we work with the difficulties that are there on the table, and I'm not saying it's easy. Right. And one of those could well be a stop on 153rd.
But that will challenge the 22 minutes, and I think that appears to be quite the goal, is to get downtown from the best.
There will be challenges no matter what we do, right? And I guess at some point in time, council will have to then say, does the West End really want an LRT? And that's what the mayor has just said as well. And I guess the answer could well be no. If there's no spot that this LRT can go, then I guess the answer is no. And you can say 87th Avenue, but we can do that, whether it's on 87th Avenue, or whether it's on 100th Avenue, or whether it's on Stony Plain Road, or whether it's on 107th Avenue, we will have people here saying for and against, right?
I agree with you.
Because we had that the last time we heard this. Okay, thank you.
Further questions? Thank you. Our next speaker is Mr. Driver.
Everybody's got a solution as long as it's...
Just quit playing with my stuff. Quit playing with things. You don't touch. I'm not going to knock anything over. I haven't knocked anything over yet. I know. Welcome, Mr. Driver. Thank you for your patience. You're on.
To speak. My name is Keith Driver and I represent myself. My background is in community planning and urban design, in which I have been involved for some 15 years, and I have worked in Africa, England, Canada, Mexico, and China. While I have no general reservations about the proposed LRT streetcar system, I am only opposed to that portion of the southeast route that runs through the Strathearn community on 95th Avenue. As a community planner and long-term resident in the Strathearn community, I've made a point of watching how this particular community functions. This proposed southeast route will divide the Strathearn community into two parts. In doing so, it will create a multitude of problems for the residents, from the way they circulate and move, which is generally a north-south system, to the way they use this community and its facilities. The proposed southeast route works against these natural and established use patterns. First, the proposal is completely contrary to the stated objectives of the transportation and municipal plans to protect and enhance existing communities. This proposal is divisive. Secondly, the transportation engineers have not provided any answers that would show how they intend to mitigate against the impacts of the system. These are in the details, we are told. That excuse does not answer concerns, and in fact, given some of the answers to questions asked at political meetings and through emails and response letters, it belies the statement that they do not already have some of those details. Third, I do not believe the Transportation Department have examined the Southeast LRT route options well enough, because they have not even considered how this Southeast proposal will connect to any eastern route and beyond. It would be prudent for Council to review and consider possible east routes in principle now and not later, before the solution is to split Holyrood and Strathearn communities in half. Fourth, 95th Avenue is already a heavily used road for school buses and for traffic, and this option will place severe restrictions on the use of this road, not only during construction, but after the line is operational. Fifth, I propose, and many Strathearn residents I have spoken to agree, that there is an option the city has not looked at, and that is the option using the quarters and tunnel, and then going east along Cameron Avenue, north of the river, to the high-density developments in Riverdale, then crossing the river then running up the south side of 98th Avenue, and then 85th Street. The details of